Call this meeting to order. Mr. Del Greco, would you lead us in a flag salute? Sunshine Law Statement. All requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been met for this meeting of the Board of Education of the Borough of Oradell. Notice of this meeting was filed with the record and all persons requesting such notice. Mr. Darian, would you read the mission statement?
The Oradell Public School District is dedicated to the ongoing pursuit of educational excellence through comprehensive, innovative curriculum and design. The district is committed to providing opportunities for social, emotional, and academic discovery to foster curiosity, courage, and character. Our goal is to prepare our students to become lifelong learners who are self-directed, resilient, productive, responsible citizens.
Thank you. Roll call.
On the roll, Mr. Del Greco.
Yes.
Mrs. Downey. Mrs. Genchi.
Here.
Mrs. Moran.
Here.
Mrs. Norian.
Here.
Mr. Nutland and Mrs. Walker will not be joining us. Mr. Darian.
Here.
Mrs. Nichols.
Here, open to the public for agenda items only. We'll move to the superintendent's report.
On one hand, it feels like the school year just ended. However, we're days away from being at the halfway point of the summer. I hope our teaching staff isn't watching today, because that's always when you realize that summer is almost over. Our summer explorations and ESY programs have concluded. This week, the summer rec program and All the World's a Stage will conclude their programs in the building, and then we have 5 weeks to get ready for the start of the 26-27 school year. By the end of the week, we will have finished cleaning the second floor and be ready to move downstairs to tackle the first floor. In addition to cleaning, Ms. Cummings has been meeting with staff regarding curricular revisions, and staff been on site to conduct kindergarten screenings. This year, we are also assessing all new students to the districts who are entering grades 4 through 6, and may also include grade 2 and 3 in that, as we are getting great data on some students moving in, so we know that we can ensure that we have a grasp on their academic strengths and areas to grow as they begin their time at OPS. The administrative team has been working on writing and submitting ESSA grants, which you will see the financial amounts on tonight's agenda. Much of that money will continue to fund before and after school academic boost programs, family child parent nights, which we will be changing up this year, and professional development, especially in the area of science. As you know, we will have new science standards to implement this fall. The administrative team is also working on planning professional days and activities throughout the year that will help the school and district meet the goals the board set earlier this month. We recently received our final Linkit report for the 25-26 school year, and that data, in conjunction with other benchmark data, will inform faculty meetings and professional development day topics. One piece of information that we do not yet have is the initial NJSLA adaptive reports. Typically, the school receives a report in June of student data, which is very raw data, and then families receive that report in September. While we have received no communication about an expected arrival of scores from the state, numerous news articles are recently saying that we can expect NJSLA reports in December. So we won't be using them a lot to inform instruction in the fall. That's incredibly late. The state is saying that because this is an adaptive test, they need more time to do the first round of evaluation, and then they're promising that moving forward, we will get them in June, but December's a little bit late. This summer is also an important time for the submission of state reports. One of those reports is on today's agenda. That is the School Safety Data Submission Report, which is submitted twice a year. It identifies how many HIB investigations, suspensions, restraints, HIB trainings, and culture and climate programs the school has completed during a school year. Finally, if you follow us on social media or walk through the main entrance, you will see that we have also launched summer learning activities, which include highly recommended reading and math activities to complete this summer. The next 5 weeks, you will continue to see our social media and through parent communication at the school level, a reminder about how important summer reading and reading in general is to a student's academic success. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Iapelli.
Yes, thank you. I've been working on, as Ms. Bosey said, the ESEA and the IDA grants, doing the budget components, and making sure that all of our purchase orders or open purchase orders are identified as an payable or an encumbrance, because auditors look to see if we're encumbering items that are not going to be used in the one school year, and they look to see, well, maybe that shouldn't be in that year. So just identifying and encumbering the money that's appropriate. And that's just going through all the purchase orders that are open and closing out anything that's left from 25, 26. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Move to minutes. Review June 24th and July 8th. Any questions or comments, please email Mr. Iapelli. We have approval of June 10th. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mrs. Norian,
Second.
second by Mr. Darian. Any questions? Call the question.
On the roll, Mr. Del Greco,
Yes.
Mrs. Downey, Mrs. Genchi,
Yes.
Mrs. Moran,
Yes.
Mrs. Norian,
Yes.
Mr. Darian,
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols.
Yes, committee reports administrative, Mr. Darian.
Yes, we have 4 items for approval tonight. I'd like to introduce A1 through A4. A3, we have revised wording for A3, so I'd like to substitute that. Should I refer to it as A3 or A3 like 1 or A3,
A3, we're replacing A3.
just A3 with the new A3, which was walked on tonight. So that's all I have to say.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mrs. Genchi. Any questions?
I have a question.
Mr. Del Greco?
For A1, if I want to break out separately.
You
1,
can
2, or
break it
3,
out.
I can? So I can say yes and then no too? Okay, thank you.
I have a comment.
Mr. Darian?
Yeah, for A3, this is the November ballot. We spent quite a bit of time going over the verbiage on this, just to make sure that we were transparent in our intentions and that it was clear and easy to understand without getting too wordy, because some of those ballot questions you can read 2 or 3 times and still not know which way to vote. So I think we did a pretty decent job. I just want to, make a comment about why we're doing this. From the finance perspective, this amount is equivalent to an extra teacher, which would have a big impact on any grade level, by completely reducing class sizes, because I think our largest grade level, we have 5 sections, so if you went from 5 to 4, that would have a significant impact on classroom size. If you had 4, you went to 3, et cetera. And also to put things in perspective, I was just looking through our bill list. These are things that we pay annually, our subscription costs, and we were reviewing the changes year over year. And, I just wanted to put this $73K into perspective. So, as a school, we have to spend money in order to properly operate, and we spend close to $9,000 for hosting our website. We spend $25,000 for Link It to see how our students are doing and give us direction to our instruction. Our real-time system is $18K. Our on-scene shared 911 emergency response is $9K. Our CSI, which is our HR, payroll, and accounting system, is another $10K. If you add all that up, it doesn't even equal this salary for the special officer. So, it's something that we take seriously. We don't have a huge budget. We don't have a big district with 10 schools, and we are an elementary school. So I'm just speaking for myself here. Making this decision is difficult, so we decided that we were going to share it with the community, and that's where we are tonight.
Any other questions or comments? Call the question.
On the roll, Mr. Del Greco,
I'm going to affirm for A1, 1, and 3, and say no to 2.
Mrs. Downey,
Wait,
Everything else, yes.
and then A2,
A2, A3, yes. Thank
A3,
you.
A4?
And A4, thank you.
Mrs. Downey,
Mike?
I'm going to abstain from 2 under A1, and then everything else is a yes.
Mrs. Genchi?
Yes.
Mrs. Moran?
I'm also abstaining from 2 under A1, and everything else is a yes.
Mrs. Norian?
Yes.
Mr. Darian?
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols?
Yes. Buildings and Grounds, Mr. Del Greco.
Thank you. First and foremost, just want to make a comment. Thank you to our custodians and to the DPW for storm cleanup. Quite the storm that we had. Glad to see that the building is okay. Other than that, I'd like to present B1, school use of school facilities.
I'll second.
Second by Mrs. Genchi. Any questions? Call the question.
On the roll, Mr. Del Greco?
Yes.
Mrs. Downey?
Yes.
Mrs. Genchi?
Yes.
Mrs. Moran?
Yes.
Mrs. Norian?
Yes.
Mr. Darian?
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols?
Yes. Curriculum, Mrs. Norian.
We have not had a meeting, but I was wondering if we needed to have that meeting because we had said we would have things ready to approve for a September meeting, and wondering if you wanted to set that up. Okay.
What do we need to approve before September?
Can do it at the first September meeting. We do need to approve the revised science curriculum. And we do typically, even though by law we don't have to reapprove curriculum that has less than like 10% of change, we do usually reapprove all our curriculum. So since we are making some tweaks to math and language arts after using the curriculum this year, we'll put them on for reapproval as well.
So when do you want to meet?
So we should meet then prior to that first meeting?
Like in August?
Yeah,
Correct.
okay.
Finance, Mr. Darian?
Yes, tonight I'd like to introduce D1 through D10.
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Moran. Do you have any questions?
I have a question.
Mr. Darian?
Yes, Mr. Iapelli, on D2, can you, this was a recent addition I didn't have a chance to review. What is, I don't recall, the summer savings disbursement?
Yes,
program?
in the last contract that was negotiated, there was opportunity for teachers to set aside a portion of their paycheck to go into a summer
Yeah.
savings.
Yeah.
So that money's,
Yeah.
they were dispersed, so we just wanted to,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good, so that we could pay them throughout the summer.
right. So it's a one-time, they get paid once, this was it, and this zeroes out the account.
Yeah.
I have a question on an email that went to finance, the changes in the contracts. Linkit went up 12%. What modules are we using on kindergarten and first grade, since it's supposed, I thought it was mainly to predict state testing scores?
It is still being used as a data locker for those grades, so all the assessments like DIBELS still goes into Linkit. And when we progress monitor, because we have a student that we may be wanting to really track the progress they're making, we use the intervention manager and Linkit, and that is what they kind of caught on. We were using more than just grades 3 through 6.
What's the K-3 literacy extract, which seems to be new this year?
Okay, so the state of New Jersey has mandated that twice a year, all districts that have K-3 students provide exports of an approved literacy screener. So for us, that's DIBELS, and it needs to be uploaded to the New Jersey homeroom. So we're going to try Linkit's platform. If it doesn't significantly make it easier, we will resort to manually doing that upload instead.
And then the other ones went up minor amounts, but the one went up 25%. It's a minor amount, but like data processing support went from 2,000 to 2,500.
Because we increase those numbers in the intervention, so they're going to increase their processing fee because now we're dealing with more students.
And you said you saw it in the bills list? I don't know if I signed a check tonight. Was it different bills list? That's why I'm bringing it up. Like, did I sign a check that I just didn't see for all these?
They were on the original bills list that was sent, and you signed a check for them.
I signed it tonight?
Tonight.
Who would this check go to? Linkit?
If it's, we're talking about Linkit, that's for Linkit then.
I
That's
signed-
Linkit's check.
Okay. I don't remember signing it.
Yep.
That's why, okay. I just want to make sure it was in there. Okay.
Yep.
Any other questions?
I have a question.
Mr. Del-
Linkit and all those, are those annual contracts?
Yeah.
So that means Linkit, knowing the financial constraints of schools, chose to bang everybody over the head 12% across the board? Or is that because of the modules that we use?
Linkit, by nature, has continued to grow and grow the different modules. We actually will be also using 2 other modules, however, we will be using Title I funds for it. We're really at the point where we have to decide, this module's worth the cost, this module is not, because they just launched like 6 more modules. But yes, and just to be clear, while they are all annual, Apogee, we are in a 3-year contract so that we could freeze
Okay,
each.
thank you.
Any other questions? Call the question.
On the roll, Mr. Del Greco,
Yes.
Mrs. Downey,
Yes.
Mrs. Genchi,
Yes.
Mrs. Moran,
Yes.
Mrs. Norian,
Yes.
Mr. Darian,
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols.
Yes. Delegate report, Mrs. Norian?
There's no report. The next delegate assembly is not until November.
Mrs. Norian, you want to take personnel?
Sure. Under personnel, I'd like to present item F1.
I'll second.
Second by Mrs. Genchi. Any questions? Call the question.
On the roll, Mr. Del Greco,
Yes.
Mrs. Downey, Mrs. Genchi,
Yes.
Mrs. Moran,
Yes.
Mrs. Norian,
Yes.
Mr. Darian,
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols.
Yes, policy, Mr. Nutland is not here. We need a meeting because we have the cell phone policy we have to get in before the start of the school year, right? I mean, if we don't have the policy, it's still the law, right?
Correct, and it's still going to go into the student handbook because the policy is the overall gist, but it talks about administration setting up protocols.
When are we going to start sending things out to the parents about this?
When the administrative team, numerous members are on vacation this week, our meeting next week, we are going to work on that because one of the pieces that at the school level or the district level you can make decisions about is something like, it's bell to bell, right? What about outside on the basketball court before school? What about if we are taking a field trip to the Museum of Natural History? So there are some leeway that you are given.
Before school is before the bell.
Correct. You as a district can actually. So for example, if you were a high school, you can make decisions about if you came back for an extracurricular basketball game. I'm not saying that we necessarily would say, but you could, there are some ways that you can add your own decision-making power on it.
So to that point, Sharp, they're overnight, so, okay.
We don't take phones to Sharp, so that's not one that I'm concerned about. I personally feel that if a field trip is X amount of way, like the Museum of Natural History, I did say last year that students could take their phones. They needed to be in their pockets. If an administrator or a teacher saw them, they were confiscated. But you're far away, and it is a little bit more of a freer field trip in terms of how students navigate through.
And we got, I know some other ones from school boards. And I saw another one. Peter, do you know anything about this? How you can advertise? I saw one district was taking out, like if you wanted to have a last minute meeting, you could just advertise on your website, not go through the paper. I didn't see that come through the school, I didn't see that come through school boards though, but there are some districts that are updating that, so we should probably look into that too and make it easier.
Yes, we should look into that, makes it easier.
Okay, we definitely need a policy meeting though in August. Anything else from policy? No. Before, yeah, that's not till the end of the 19th, I think. Yeah. Public relations. We should definitely meet with this too.
No update, yeah, we need to get a meeting.
We should meet in August. Special education. Do you want to meet before school starts, or? Yeah, if you, like, all the chairs, just email superintendent, put me on it if you decide you want one, so we can just start the. At this time, we'll open to the public. Come on, there's something you could tell us. Any old or new business? We had a good parade. For those of us who were there, we had a good time. Good job driving the truck. You didn't run any of us over.
No, I almost did, though.
Close.
And I did get great
Made us a
candy.
little, made us a little deaf.
I just one shout out to Costco. Costco had candy, you know, in bulk. I don't know why I didn't notice this earlier in previous years. I always went to Walmart. But the Costco candy is fabulous. I had a bunch left over, and I've been eating it like crazy. And it's, you know, really good Twizzlers and Starbursts and Skittles, and I mean, it was really good. Anyway, I know this is irrelevant, but it's old business.
The truck looked good, though.
It did.
Yes, they.
It did look good.
The school did a good job of cleaning it, and I took the liberty to spray paint some rusted areas, and it did look very good. Not the body, just I'm talking about the hitch, you know, undercarriage.
Any other old or new business? Any need for a closed session? All right.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
Second by Mr. Darian. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good.